Hey, good afternoon. Well, got some progress here on the wheels. I had a couple individuals ask me exactly what I did to make these things work. So I'm going to make a quick video explaining all of that. So this is the original Viper wheel. This is a rear. I use the fronts for what I'm doing, but the fronts look the same. They're just a little bit narrower. Um, and of course, here's a rear Viper tire. And this is compared to the kit rear tire. About the same size. Viper tires are a little bit shorter, but they're a tread width wider. So that's the rears. And then this is the fronts. They're essentially the same exact diameter, but again, they're about a tread wider. And they're just cleaner, nicer looking tires. They got, nice raised white or raised letters rather, so I can easily white letter these. So for the backs, what I had to do, I did this with all four wheels. I actually glued the fronts and backs together after stripping the chrome off the fronts. And then for the rears, I had to turn it down so that I could chuck this up in the drill, the hub here, as you can see by the one I got in the drill here. And then I could spin it. And I took my flat knife, which I had out here. Oh, here it is right here. Right in front of you. That's the way it usually goes, right? So I just took my flat knife and I spun this at higher speed and just scraped it down. Of course, I was holding it differently. I was much more sturdy. And then once I got this down so that it was flush with the inside here, I went in this way, doing the same process, and spun it down until I got, now I lost that. This for a result. And as you can see, try to get this closer. I don't know how well it's going to focus that close. But I got the spokes of the wheel are darn near flush with the face. So like I said, these are the original Viper wheels. So what I did was I had to cut that center out of there. So I cut that center out. All kinds of sanding and carving with the X-Acto knife, and I got them down to this. So now this is now actually the front of the wheel. So I'll grab a back tire here. I'll stick that in there and see how nice that fits up in there. And then I take this and shove it in through the back and see how nice that fits. And it fits tight in there. So now I got a nice deep dish wheel. So the backs took a little bit of work. I didn't have to modify anything else with the original Viper wheel other than cut the center out of it and smooth it out. That's all I had to do with that. But I did have to do a significant amount of work to the original outer wheel, which is now the inner part of the wheel. But I still got the see-through, so I can still have my disc brakes and everything. It'll still all be visible. So that's the rears. The fronts were actually quite a bit easier. All I had to do on the fronts was cut this down in the drill like I showed you, so that it would actually slide in the wheel. And this one's pretty tight. I could probably afford to cut a little more off. And I also trimmed down the back of the wheel so that it would fit flush like it does here. So I still had to do that. But now see how close the front is? Got a little chunk of rubber in there. That's gonna put a damper on things here in a second. Well, anyway, you'll get the point. Now these are the original backs of the Viper wheels. And now I'm using them as the fronts. And just so happens that after I got this back trim so it would fit flush like it's supposed to, like I want it to, these original backs for the Viper wheels actually work perfect. So I have Front's here and rear's here. Never ever recall really seeing a deep dish front wheel, and this would have been more what I would have liked to have for a deep dish rear wheel, but that's what it's going to be. And to give you an idea, now I don't have this glued in and I'm not going to snap this tire on, just to give you an idea of how these are going to sit and how they're going to look. Now that's just poked on there, I don't have it snapped in, but that's how it's going to look. And they'll stick out a little bit less than that because they still got to be snapped on, but that's about how far they'll stick out. So that's how I'm doing the wheels. So anybody who wanted to know, if you got a cordless drill, that's a 1/2 inch chuck on that one, I believe. It just fits in there, and it just grabs this hub enough to be able to use that like a lathe. I do have a mini lathe also, but there's no way I'm gonna fit my 3-jaw truck in there. So, and I have a mini Jacobs chuck too for my small micro drill bits, but that doesn't, the chuck itself is too big and the jaws don't open up far enough, so it won't work. It had to be that. So, and that's the 427 single overhead cam is coming along, so that's what we got with that so far. That baby will sit, can't sit with the water pump to the back. That baby will sit in there just like that. To me, that's going to look better than the Hemi, just because it's Ford and Ford. So anyway, that's what I got for you. Thank you for watching.